Hello, welcome back to another video on multi-issues storyline of the Silver Age. My last video on this topic was with Fantastic Four 48, 49, and 50 with the great intro of Silver Surfer and Galactus. Here is a four-part storyline, which is, fairly rare of the Silver Age to have a four-issue storyline. It's a great story. In fact, the horrendous Fantastic Four second movie kind of borrowed the story from this and completely butcher. But that movie failed in many levels, and not just because they butchered this story, but they butcher just about everything else that they can in that movie. But here you have issue 57, the start of the story. Great Kirby cover. This book is pretty nice. Probably in 8.5. When it comes down to Silver Age, as I mentioned many times, I'm pretty happy with 8.5 books. I have rarely feel a need to upgrade if I have anything that's like 8 or better. There's a couple negative point with this story, and the first one would be the beginning, where you have Sandman. The drawing is fantastic. The art by Jack Kirby is incredible. Okay, incredible. There's nothing to complain here. But as far as the inclusion of Sandman and the other character in the first few pages, I felt that's kind of unnecessary. But once you jump into the Silver Surfer and Doctor Doom, it's fantastic. Here you have, of course, Doctor Doom trying to be, well, for the lack of a better word, he's trying to con the Surfer by trying to show that he's a nice guy, but that's not true. When it comes down to this story also, I can understand why Martin Goodman was complaining that, if you, how Martin Goodman did not like complex storyline that span multiple issues, because it can confuse a new reader, and for sure, if you're buying the Fantastic Four and jump in, you might get a little confused because there are actually 2 or 3 different stories going on at the same time. Okay, so here's that. I love that panel right there with the Sandman. Great drawing, but I don't think that part of the story was needed. Okay, so here you have, like I said, it's pretty fun dialogue as a Silver Surfer question Doom good intention. He's not sure what to make. He's naive. Okay, but that's what the Surfer is. He's a very naive alien. And then you have the iconic 2 pages. I love this. Is one of 2 of the best pages of the storyline right here, especially this page. Jack Kirby at his best right here. Look at that. Incredible. So this is where Doctor Doom stole cosmic power from the Surfer. And then the other part of the story is Johnny Storm and the Inhuman, which is okay, but certainly not all that interesting to me. And I can see, if a new collector come in and buy this book and have no understanding of the prior issues, they would be totally confused of what the heck is going on with the Silver Surfer. But here you have the Inhuman with Black Bolt and Maximus. his brother. Look at that. The iconic image of Dr. Doom riding the surfboard. So like I said, it's fantastic, okay? It's absolutely fantastic. So this story starts out with a bang. And this issue is pretty good. Here's my issue 58. Pretty nice looking book. Probably in 8.0-ish. The worst flaw of this book is there's a crease right here. It's about 1.5 inches long. You can barely see it. It's not very visible, but it's there. Look at this last page. I think Joe Sinnott and Jack Kirby is hitting their peak about this issue. In my last video, when I was talking about issue 48, 49, and 50, I felt that they were getting there. But this is about a year later, and I think they are really hitting all cylinder. Look at that. Gorgeous. Good stuff. And here, so now Doom with the cosmic power. In this issue is just full of action. As you can see right here. Just look at that. Definitely one of my favorite Doctor Doom storyline for sure. And Doctor Doom with the cosmic power. Look at that. I love Kirby and his sound effect. Just love it. Fun. A lot of fun. Here you have, of course, Johnny Blaze returning to join the team. And I'll flip through as fast as I can. Look at that. Once Johnny rejoined the FF, as you can see, he engaged Dr. Doom. And get his butt kicked also. Like I said, if you enjoy Kirby action, it doesn't really get much better than these issues, okay? So the second part of the story is pretty decent. Here's a third part. This is probably the worst condition. One of the worst condition FF I have is totally water damage, but it has Jack and Stan signature. In this one, you have to continue fighting. Doctor Doom is just, here is where I think the story start to stall, in my opinion, because with the cosmic power, you would expect Doctor Doom to do a lot more than doing what he's doing in this issue. Here he's kind of taunt the surfer not having any power. Regardless of the story, as you can see, the art is just fantastic. As the other two issues prior, you have the Inhuman storyline weave into this book. And if you're picking up this book as your first issue, you would be totally confused of what the heck is going on. But if you can read the whole 4-part issues story as a whole, fantastic. Okay, so here we are back with Doom flying around. Okay, so here Reed Richards is doing something, creating a device, and it doesn't really give you much, but this is a device that they will need in the next issue to defeat Doom. Okay, and let's jump to the last part. Here's the final part of the story. Great cover, and this is a beautiful copy, probably the nicest one of the 4 issues. The biggest flaw is, I think, right up there. There's a tick up there. This is probably 8.5. maybe 9 on a good day. Here, for the final part of the story, I think this is where it kind of falls short. Jack has been fantastic. Look at that. Oh, gorgeous, beautiful image of Dr. Doom on the surfboard. Here is where I think where the story falls short. You know, it's like I said, as great as Jack Kirby was, I felt that he ran out of pages, because with all the action that you have for the better part of, you know, almost 4 issues, Dr. Doom was kicking the Fantastic Four around fairly handily. Everything ended fairly abruptly in like the last 2 pages. Okay, let me jump it to the end real quick, but this is fantastic. I reread this whole story before I made this video. Fun stuff, fun read. Okay, so here is next to the last page. Okay, the device that Reed Richards created in the previous issue came. He finally gets Tony Stark and other people to help him out to create a device, and here he come. And then Doom chase it. Okay. And then boom, it's over, done. So my biggest gripe with this story would be the very ending. You know, everything was pretty decent until the last 2 pages. I felt that they could do a lot more, but you know, like I said, I felt like they ran out of pages, so you know, they just ended way too abruptly. And basically, you know, that device that Reed Richards created draw Dr. Doom to the cosmic barrier that Galactus put there to prevent the Surfer from leaving Earth, and by conning Doom into chasing that device into the cosmic barrier, that's how the Fantastic Four defeated him and took back. That's how Dr. Doom also lost the cosmic power. But like I said, it's very, I don't think it was well written as far as the last 2 pages. I mean, you know, once in a while, I think you know, Jack Kirby and Stan kind of fell short on their storytelling. But regardless, it's a great story, great 4 issues. I highly recommend it if you're a big fan of the Fantastic Four, big fan of the Silver Surfer, and Doctor Doom. Who isn't a fan of the Doctor Doom? Anyhow, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching.